What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Today I'll be showing you how to play Rider World. Now, a lot of people probably don't know what Rider World is, seeing how it's a very, how do I say this, not very popular game. A lot of people wouldn't know this. It's based off Kamen Rider, so if y'all are interested in knowing the lore of Rider World, then watch Kamen Rider. But if y'all are interested in playing the game and y'all know about it, then that's what I'm here for. So, without further ado, this is the 2025 updated map, and I will be showing y'all how to play Rider World. Now, first off, you'll go on ahead and spawn in this area, or like another area. It's kind of just random, but here is a very important place. This is basically the plaza, where you can craft stuff, you can buy stuff at the foundation store with crafting equipment, or you can use your dimension fragments that you get, which I will show y'all how to get that in another video. But that's kind of the gist of what the plaza is. Now let's go on to how to actually play. Now, first off, you are going to want to know, well, what do I do? Now this is kind of, typically Rider World's kind of a bandit beater game in a way, where you fight bandits to level up, but you kind of just fight a lot of different mobs to level up, kind of similar to Blox Fruits or all those other games. But with this game, it's a little bit different because it's Kamen Rider themed, which means you have transforming riders. Now, riders are basically your forms, like what you'll change into. Now, you'll first start off with Dimension Riders, and you'll get Mirror Riders, Phase Riders, and all these other ones later on in the game. But we'll go on in and first off start with Decade Rider. Now, Decade Rider is the first rider you get. If you want to know how to transform, it will be H on keyboard. I'm not sure what it is on controller because I play this on keyboard. So, if you want to figure that out, you're welcome to, but this is for PC. So it's H to transform. You'll start off with being level 1, obviously. You won't have as much health as I do. Your goal is to level up your rider, which is why this is a kind of bandit beater game. Q is to dash. B is actually your it's your ride. So this B is kind of your traversal. It can be a motorcycle, it can be flying. It's kind of just whatever your rider is, like whatever rider they have, you know. So first off, a lot of people probably wouldn't know this, but it is 1 to melee, because at first I didn't know that either, and I was a little bit stupider than some of y'all probably are. But this is the general area you'll start off with. Now, typically you can accept quests over here simply by just pressing off 1 and talking to them, but I don't really recommend doing it for this kind of stage. The very starting area, you don't really need to accept the quest. Now, however, you will level up pretty fast, so like I'm pretty sure like one of these dead you'll be up to 1 or 2 levels. And I think it's a 5 level cap. Once you hit level 5 or 6, you can't battle the lower ones. And it kind of repeats on. So this will be the next area. And then the next, and the next, and the next. For me, I can't really do this, but I'll show y'all how to do it. If y'all are curious on where to go for what level, you can either click on this right here, this little I, and you have your level track, you have teleport, which means you can teleport to pretty much any area, or you have your hide interface, or your login bonus, which for me I have 9 minutes. So right here's the hide your interface and all that. So next, what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about rider quests, and how to get other riders. Now typically, when you first start off with, you'll click this and you'll have a bunch of rider quests you can do. However, you can't do all of them. You can only do the ones that are at that specific level, or if you're higher than that level, you can do the lower ones or the higher ones. Now, I will say this because not every rider has a level requirement. However, it does have a level, or it does have a quest. Some riders do have quests you have to do before them to get that specific rider. So, for example, Orga Rider, it says right here, if we click it again, it says you haven't completed the King of Undead quest, which is what I'm on right now. So there are quests that you have to do for some of the riders you have to unlock. Yeah, that's pretty much it about riders. Now, we're going to go on and move on to the map. If you click the map, it kind of shows you like everything around, you know? Like you got Dagobah, you got all these people. So these little icons that you can see right here are also level indicators. So the same way with level track, you can also do it this way. So let's say you're having a hard time finding, I don't know, like level 20 right here, or level 40 right there, or level 50, 50, 35, 70, and on and on. Now, right here, though, are some of the quests. There's W's quest line, there's V3 Event Limited, there's a bunch of stuff. A bunch. So, with that, you have, you now know how to use your map. Moving on, I can't show you how to use your rider abilities, but it's pretty simple. You got E, your basic attack, which you're going to have to click 1 to activate them. So you got your basic attack, you got your rider tactics, which, basically sends clones, and you got your R, initiate R ride, which is basically your ultimate attack. Now, you're probably wondering, how are you going to activate your abilities if you're out of stamina? That's a very good question. That's why we have this ability right here, which is your recharge mode, which is Z. Z is your recharge mode, H is your power transform mode, and T is to open up all your other riders. So, with that, you now know how to use your abilities, your rider, your map, your interface, and how to accept rider quest. We're going to move on to the final parts of this video, and then yeah. So next on, you have your dungeon. Now this isn't going to really be, this will not be, how do I say this, necessary until you have your rider maxed, which is level 80 obviously, but I would still try getting other riders. Now, you've got level 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, and 80. Now, you're probably first going to start on the level 41, which is Odin. Odin's the easiest one out of all these because these are pretty hard if you don't have a good rider, which is what we're going to move on to our third ability, Initiate Booker. Now, you can either do this the normal way, you can either do it the Booker way, or you can just select a rider. What the Dimension Rider is if y'all have ever watched Power Rangers Megaforce, it's kind of like that. So you open up your card book, and you select whatever rider you want. Let's just select Red Dragon. You can either do Final Ride, where it does that form and it does the abilities form, or you can do just your regular ability. But for the sake of the video, we're just going to do the Final Ride form. So we're going to transform. Y'all have seen Kamen Rider. Y'all know this is Ryuki, I believe is his name, from Mirror Riders. So, yeah. So now you have completely different abilities. You have completely different abilities, as you can see. So now, you're just like a completely different Kamen Rider. You can actually even, while you're in this form, you can also transform into this one too. You can deform, and then you can transform into, oh, there we go. You can transform to 5 from Kamen Rider 555, or so-and-so. So that's kind of how you transform and deform and transform to other ones. You've got your boss rush, which won't really be useful until you are further through the game. And you got your quest. This kind of is how you manage all your quests. You can only accept 10 at max, which is pretty good because you can kind of do a lot of things while doing a bunch of quests. But yeah, that's the gist of how to play Kamen Rider World. I hope this video was helpful to y'all, and I'll see y'all next time.